So the third medicinal plant which is included in your syllabus is Trichopas zeylanicus. This Trichopas zeylanicus belongs to family Trichopodiaceae. Then we have to learn about this Trichopas zeylanicus, its role in modern medicine. So the common name of this Trichopas zeylanicus is Arogya spacha, Dahadipti. These two names are common names. This plant is distributed in Sri Lanka, distributed at Sri Lanka, Thailand, Para-Malaysia, and also in India. Especially in India, Tirunelveli, hilly area, and Thiruvananthapuram. These Tirunelveli and Thiruvananthapuram are belongs to Kerala. So this is distributed in India in Kerala state, and it was identified by Beddome in 1961 at the regions of Thiruvananthapuram, that is at Kerala, Thiruvananthapuram, so-called Trivandrum. So this is a very good medicinal plant which can enhance the resistance also. So this how can we identify this plant is how can we identify this plant is what are this
కట్టిస్తే ఇది కానిస్టేబుల్ కాపలా పెట్టారు ఒకసారి కట్టియండి అనేసి సిఐ
ప్రజెంట్ ఇది అయిపోయిన తర్వాత చూద్దునా అలా లైన్లో ఉండండి. హలో, ఒక 2 నిమిషాలు చిన్న ఇది వచ్చింది. 2 ఎవరిది మన ఏవో గారు ఇచ్చారా? గవర్నమెంట్ కాలేజ్ అండ్ యూజింగ్ ద ప్లే గ్రౌండ్ అండ్ COVID-19 coronavirus pandemic, the class work is suspended only online classes for conducted by students. As per the procedure, no outsiders are allowed to use the playground during the working days and during the holidays. Students who wish to play in the college ground shall obtain prior permission from the physical director and principal of the college, invariably by playing in the prescribed due to the present condition. No outsiders are being permitted to play in the college playground during working days as well as during holiday periods. Entering into warning in the several times, not college ground, and in spite of the warning, some outsiders are not carrying instance of the college authorities and still playing in the college ground. It has come on notice of that the same outsiders are entering into the college 9 PM అంటే ఇది రిపోర్ట్ అనమాట సిఐకి. అండ్ సార్ ఎఫెక్టివ్ టు అరేంజ్ రెగ్యులర్ విజిలెన్స్
ఆయన వేస్తాడు
గ్రీన్ తోటి చేయాలా?
ఎంక్వైరీ చేసి ఇప్పుడు కాపలా పెడతాం. ఎవరు కొడతారో 6 చేత మొత్తం ఎక్కిస్తారు. 4 చేత కొట్టారు వచ్చారు. దీనికి ఇది స్పీడ్ కాపలా 4 నిమిషాలు స్పీడ్ రివర్స్ అక్కడ వెళ్ళొస్తాను వెళ్ళొస్తాను.
ఏంటిది?
లేట్ ఫీజు కడతారు కదా, ఆ డబ్బులు బ్యాంకులో ఇప్పుడు వేస్తాం. 500 చాలా లేట్గా తీసుకుంటారు సార్.
ఓకే మై డియర్ స్టూడెంట్స్, ఇవాళ కాలేజీ నుండి చెప్తున్నాను. కాలేజ్ అని చెప్పడం వీళ్ళ ఇన్ఛార్జ్ ఒకటి నేను అంచేత ఈ మధ్యన ఈ సంతకాలు అవి ఇవి వస్తుంది డిస్టర్బెన్స్. ఆర్ యూ హియరింగ్ మీ? ఆర్ ఏబుల్ టు హియరింగ్ మీ? హలో, ఓకే, రైట్, గుడ్. సో how can we identify this plant? So this plant is a small herb and perennial herb. Perennial means this will give flowers and fruits more than 2 times in the year. So this is perennial herb and with underground rhizome, a small perennial herb with underground rhizomes. The stem is modified into rhizome. So the branches are 5 to 25 centimeters long. The length of the branches are 5 to 25 centimeters only. And the leaves are in shape of a knife shape, and also they have long petioles, and leaves are very small, and they are in extra ovate shape. Extra ovate means inverted ovule shape or triangular shape. Also leaves are in cardiac shape, triangular shape or more or less cardiac shape, that means heart shape. And you can see at each angle you can see small flowers in the form of panicle inflorescence. The type of inflorescence is panicle. So the leaves are very small, inflorescence is panicle, and the stamens are united with petals. The stamens are united with petals. So this condition is described as epipetalous stamens. And the ovule is inferior ovary, tricarpellary syncarpus, and stigma is short, and styles are also short. So the flower is indehiscent fruit. So the fruit is indehiscent. These are the some descriptive points, descriptive or external morphology of this plant. So what are the ethnobotanical use or ethnobotanical role in modern medicine of this plant? So you can see the ethnobotanical importance. So in Kerala state, you can see one tribe. That tribe is known as Khani tribe, Khani, Khani tribe. So this Khani tribe of people is used it as to stay young forever. No senescence or old age will comes. So this is the main important or main ethnobotanical use of this plant. So this is used for anti-fatigue, also for neuropsychological disorders. What is meant by anti-fatigue? Anti-fatigue ante alisipovam. Anti ante alisiponivakunda. It is used as anti-fatigue agent, and also neuropsychological diseases. So if we take the leaf of this plant, immediately you will get the instant energy. instant energy. You don't go for fatigue. అలసట రానిది అనమాట. ఇన్స్టెంట్ ఎనర్జీ ఇస్తుంటుంది, తక్షణ శక్తిని ఇస్తుంది అనమాట. సో దిస్ ఈజ్ called as ginseng plant. Ginseng plant in other countries, ginseng plant in other countries or in abroad. But this people of Kani tribe are also used this plant to treat AIDS disease also, AIDS. So the most of the active principles of this plant are, the first one is anti-fatigue agent, and the second one is to give the instant energy and to treat neuropsychological disorders, and also the plant is used to treat AIDS by Kani tribe in Kerala. You know, this is the wonderful medicinal plant, that is Trichopas zeylanicus. Trichopas zeylanicus. Actually, the ethnobotanical studies were carried out by a great botanist, a great ethnobotanist who belongs to this Kerala, Pushpangadhan. While Dr. Pushpangadhan going in forest area along with Kani tribe people to study this plant and to identify some other ethnobotanical or ethnomedicinal plants. He is being undergoes fatigue, but the people of Kani tribe are not undergoing to fatigue. Then he want to know what is the secret behind it. He is very strained, but those people who are following Dr. Pushpangadhan, they are not going to any strain, they are very happy. Then he asked them, what is the secret behind it? You are not going to strain. Then they said, and they show this plant. So, sir, we are using the leaf of this plant. If we keep a small piece of leaf in mouth and we can walk for any distance, up to any distance, no strain or no fatigue will come. So then Pushpangadhan started to identify that plant, and he carried out the ethnobotanical values of that plant. So these are the this is the story behind the Trichopas zeylanicus. What are the story? Pushpangadhan అనే ethnobotanical శాస్త్రవేత్త కేరళలో ఈ కాని ట్రైబ్తో పాటు కొన్ని ఇథనోబొటానికల్ ప్లాంట్స్ని ఐడెంటిఫై చేయడానికి ఫారెస్ట్ ఏరియాలో నడుస్తున్నప్పుడు ఈయన అలసిపోయేవాడు అనమాట. అలసిపోయేవాడు, కానీ ఆ ట్రైబులు అలసిపోయేవాళ్ళు కాదు. అప్పుడు అడిగాడు, ఏంటి దీని సంగతి అని. అంటే వాళ్ళు ఒక మొక్కను చూపించి ఆ మొక్క యొక్క ఆకుని నోటిలో పెట్టుకొని నడిస్తే ఎంత దూరమైన నడవచ్చండి, అలసట రాదు అని చూపించారు. దెన్ అప్పుడు ఈయన ఏమిటి మొక్క, దీని కథ ఏమిటని చూసేసరికి అది ట్రైకోపస్ జైలానికస్. సో ఇన్ కేరళ this plant was identified by Pushpangadhan, but this is identified for the first time by Beddome. On his name, one species of cycas is also there, Cycas beddomi, which is endemic to Tirumala Hills. This is the name of scientist, Beddome. So Beddome has identified during 1961 this plant. But in Kerala, forest region with the help of this Kani tribe. Dr. Pushpangadan has invented this plant. So if you see the uses of this plant, Trichopa xylanicus, this is used to treat as anti anti-fatigue, and also it is used to senescence, and also this is used to neuropsychological disorders, and it is used to treat AIDS also by Kani tribe of Kerala. So if you see the role of this plant in modern medicine, so this fruits of this plant is widely used by TBGRI. You write it, TBGRI, Tropical Botanical Garden Research Institute. Tropical Botanical Gardens Research Institute. So this institute is prepared one medicine which they gave the name as Jevani. Jevani is the medicine that is prepared from the fruits of Trichopas xylanicus. And it is prepared by this TBGRI at Kerala. So this Jevani medicine is launched by Arya Vaidya Pharmacy, AVP, Arya Vaidya Pharmacy of Kerala. You may heard about this AVP, Arya Vaidya Pharmacy of Kerala. So this by the name of Jevani, Arya Vaidya Pharmacy, this TGBRI, what is TGBRI? Tropical Botanical Garden Research Institute. So they use the money which is generated from this Jevani, and this money is in turn used for the welfare of this Kani tribe only. So this Jevani medicine was launched by Arya Vaidya Pharmacy of Kerala in 1995. Before that, prior to 1995 only, this TGBRI was established at Kerala, at Thiruvananthapuram or Trivandrum. It has two names. At Thiruvananthapuram, to conduct the research on this plant. What plant? Trichopas xylanicus plant. To conduct the research on Trichopas xylanicus, and they have given this medicine Jevani to the Arya Vaidya Pharmacy. In turn, the Arya Vaidya Pharmacy is launched this medicine, and the money which was generated through this is also in turn used to the welfare of the Kani tribe only. So this is about Trichopas xylanicus. And the next one, the second plant, or totally fourth plant which is included in your syllabus, is Artemisia. Artemisia ana. What is the spelling of Artemisia? Artemisia. MISIA, Artemisia, Anna, ANNUA, ANNUA, Anna. Actually, this is widely grown in China. In India also, Artemisia is growing, but the species is different. That species is Artemisia vulgaris. Artemisia vulgaris is distributedly grown in India. Grown in India. But Artemisia anna is widely grown in China. So this Artemisia anna is included in your syllabus, which belongs to family Asteraceae. Family Asteraceae. So this Artemisia anna is widely used in China medicine. In China system of medicine, you know, Ayurveda is the most traditional and ancient system of medicine which belongs to India and which that have originated in India only. But in practice, in vogue, in practice, China is high more than India. Ayurveda practice. So on the same way, this Artemisia anna is also widely used in the China system of medicine. China system of medicine. So this products of Artemisia anna is widely used to treat malaria. You treat malaria along with Cinchona officinalis, that quinine. Quinine is obtained from Cinchona officinalis is also used to treat is also used to treat it is also used to treat malaria. So here this artemisinin, the drug or crude drug, which is extracted from Artemisia anna, is also used to treat malaria. So this Artemisia anna is mainly distributed in China, and also this is also a small herb, small herb. It is also distributed in Argentina, Bulgaria, France, Hungary, Romania, Italy, Spain, and also United States of America. So this is widely growing. Naturally, it's growing. In India, Artemisia vulgaris is growing. The species is different, which we call it as Masapatri. Artemisia anna is belongs to China. This is China species. So the morphology of this Artemisia anna is a small herb which has 2 meters of height, and the aerial parts are glabrous, glabrous, uh, and it has also trifoliate compound leaves, trifoliate compound leaves. Each compound leaf has 3 leaflets, and the length of the leaf is 3 to 5 centimeters, and width of the leaf is 2 to 4 centimeters, and also the inflorescence is panicle. So this is the description of a plant for the identification, and this Trichopus, Artemisia anna or Artemisia vulgaris has so many uses and so many significant roles in modern medicine. And so in modern medicine, Artemisia uh, Artemisia aerial parts of the plant and leaves are used in so many are used to cure so many diseases in traditional system of medicines, and they prepare dry powder from the whole plant and the powder is dried in only at shade, not in sunlight, not in sunlight. And what are the drugs that are obtained from the Artemisia ana? So this artemisinin, which is extracted from Artemisia, this artemisinin is the crude drug used to treat malaria, asthma, jaundice, hepatitis, and also some diseases, that are caused by the insect bites. Artemisinin is used to treat diseases such as insect bites, also to treat hepatitis, jaundice, asthma, and malaria. So the artemisinin, which is extracted from Artemisia, is treated as a strong anti-malarial drug, and it was invented by a Chinese scientist, Tu Yu, and he got the Nobel Prize in 1970 for which his contribution. So, who invented this artemisinin? Artemisinin was extracted from the Artemisia by a Chinese scientist, Tu Yu, for which he got Nobel Prize in the year 1970. So this artemisinin is acted as anti-malarial agent for this parasite. You know what is that malarial parasite? Plasmodium vivax. So this is the anti-malarial, and it shows some toxic nature on this malarial parasite, that is Plasmodium vivax. Plasmodium vivax. And the recent studies reveals that this artemisinin is also used to treat cancer. So the juice of the leaves, that the studies reveals that the juice of the leaf shows activity on the cells of leukemia. Leukemia is nothing but a blood cancer. So the juice which is extracted from the leaves of Artemisia ana will also show the effect on cells of leukemia to treat blood cancer. And also Artemisia or this artemisinin is used to treat allergic asthma. That means asthma caused by allergy. So this allergic asthma is also treated with the help of artemisinin. So you can see how many came which how many active principles have listed out. For the beginning, you can see prominently it is used to treat malaria and anti-malarial agent, and also the second one is leukemia, that is blood cancer, and the third one is allergic asthma, ఏంటిది? Allergic asthma and this is also used to treat by tribals. The tribals it is called as sweet warmond. Sweet warmond. Sweet warmond is the common name. ఒక నిమిషం ఆగు, క్లాస్ చెప్తున్నానా? ఒక 2 నిమిషాలు అయిపోద్ది, ఒక 10 నిమిషాలు క్లోజ్ చేస్తాం. Hello, my dear students. So tribals are called this plant as sweet wormwood. So this sweet wormwood is also used to treat constipation. You know what is constipation? To treat constipation, due to the use of this plant juice, it gives some peptolytic movements in intestine, and it will relieve the constipation. It will relieve the constipation. So this is used to treat constipation by tribals, as they call it as sweet wormwood. And the next one is it is also treated to use stomach ache by tribal people, and artemisinin, that extracted from Artemisiana, is used to treat as appetite. Or you know what is meant by appetite? Appetite is nothing but to enhance the hungry. So it is also used as appetite. And if you take the tea of the leaves of this Artemisia, if you prepare tea, and if you can have this tea, then hungry will enhanced. So it can be used as appetite. And Artemisia has some antibacterial properties. Artemisinin shows antibacterial properties. So it is also used to treat plague disease and upper respiratory diseases, and it is also shows its property as antifungal, and also it is used to treat AIDS. So this is a wonderful invention, that is, it is used to treat AIDS, and it is also used to treat pneumonia and pneumocystis, that is in lungs. Pneumonia and pneumocystis, and also the common cold and cough, and in addition to hepatitis. Hepatitis means it belongs to liver disease. Hepatitis. So this hepatitis, you see, what are the tribal practices used by the tribals? Hepatitis, pneumonia, upper respiratory diseases, plague diseases. Totally it shows the antibacterial activity and antifungal property. So these are the practices that are used by ethnic tribe, especially by Kani tribe in Kerala. So also this is used to treat to arrest the bleeding from the nose. నోస్ నుంచి, ముక్కు నుంచి రక్తం కారుతూ ఉంటుంది చూడండి, దాన్ని ఆపడానికి కూడా దీన్ని వాడతారు. దెన్ ఆర్టిమిషియా ఈజ్ యూజ్డ్ టు ట్రీట్ ఆంకోసెర్కియాసిస్. వాట్ ఈస్ దిస్ ఆంకోసెర్కియాసిస్? Onchocerciasis is nothing but it ultimately leads to blindness actually. Onchocerca volvulus. Onchocerca volvulus. You can write it down. Onchocerca volvulus is a roundworm. So due to this roundworm, it may causes to blindness in human people. So this the infection of this roundworm. What is that roundworm? Onchocerca volvulus. So this infection of this roundworm is known as onchocerciasis. So this what is the symptoms of onchocerciasis? Blindness. It causes to blindness. So this onchocerciasis is caused by Onchocerca volvularis. To cure this disease, this artemisinin, the drug which is extracted with Artemisia ana, is used to treat this onchocerciasis. Understand? So the next one is the tea which is prepared from the leaves of this plant. Tea which is prepared from the leaves of this plant is used to treat dysmenorrhea. Dysmenorrhea, Dysmenorrhea, means the pain, stomach pain during the menstrual cycle in women or girls. So to treat this kind of pain, that is dysmenorrhea, the tree is taken. The tea which is prepared from the leaves of this Artemisia ana is taken to cure this dysmenorrhea, and also to treat some other female diseases during the menstrual cycle. Also, this decoction or tea prepared from the leaves of Artemisia ana is used by the tribal people. So this is about the 2 plants, totally 4 plants. Yesterday we have seen 2 plants, today we have seen 2 plants, that is Artemisia, and the other one is Trichopa zeylanicus. So this is about today's class. The next chapter will be taught tomorrow. Then you have to touch with our Ramarao sir to handle 8A3, that is pharmacognosy and phytochemistry. What time you are convenient, you have to convey to him, and you have the class. Understand? Okay, good luck. Tomorrow we will meet again. Okay. ఏంటి మాస్టర్, ఏంటిది మనకే వచ్చినాయి, మనకే ఇచ్చిన రేట్? నాకు అదే అర్థం కావడం.